Welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to take you on a journey today through one of the most culturally layered and honestly surprising landscapes in the world, Pakistan's Sindh region. When we think of this area, modern headlines usually dominate our perspective, right? But the ground here? Well, it tells a much deeper, far more colorful story. It really makes you wonder, what actually happens when centuries of different faiths share the exact same soil? Today, we're going to challenge those monolithic notions about the region. We're looking at what a true kaleidoscope of cultures looks like when it's etched into stone, painted onto ancient frescoes, and literally lived out in the daily lives of everyday people. So, here's our itinerary for today. First, a tapestry of faiths. Then, the grandeur of historic mosques, the legacy of Sikh gurudwaras, and echoes of ancient Jainism. Finally, we'll visit the island of Sad Bello and look at living harmony in Mithi. Let's jump in. Section 1. A tapestry of faiths, moving beyond monolithic perceptions. Okay, so we really have to look past the standard perceptions that often frame our understanding of this part of the world. The Sindh region holds a rich, incredibly diverse, and honestly often untold cultural history of interfaith harmony and shared traditions. We're looking at a land dotted with gorgeous ancient Jain frescoes, formidable Sikh warrior forts, and beautiful island shrines where different belief systems didn't just exist side by side, they actively blended together to form shared traditions. Moving to Section 2, Grandeur of Historic Mosques, the Legacy of Islamic Architecture. The monumental Islamic architecture of this region is just breathtaking, in both scale and history. For example, you have the 17th century Shah Jahan Mosque in Thatta. It's an absolute masterpiece bestowed upon the city by the Mughal emperor himself. Then there's the massive Jamia Mosque in Hudabad, built in 1710 during the Kahora reign, which was a very significant local dynasty. And right alongside the historic Dabgir Mosque, we find the ruins of the old Jamia Mosque in Makili. That one dates all the way back to the ancient Sama dynasty. So we're talking about a massive span of medieval history right there. And you get these amazing architectural mashups. The Potazar Mosque, built in 1505 CE by the Sultan of Gujarat, is a brilliant example of this cross-pollination. On one hand, you've got traditional Islamic features, like the classic central dome resting on a square edifice. But if you look closely at the pillars and the decorative rooflines, they are heavily influenced by the architecture of local Jain temples. It's a literal physical manifestation of two cultures speaking to one another in stone. Section 3. Legacy of Sikh Gurudwaras. Tales of devotion and the Guru's footprints. The historical roots of Sikhism in this part of the world run incredibly deep. Take Kuhi Bai Lalu in Gujranwala, where Guru Nanak stayed. It's famously named after a simple, narrow well. The region also holds some serious military history. Consider Kila Anandgarh Sahib, which was one of the protective forts associated with Guru Gobind Singh, or the small fort of Kila Lohgarh Sahib in Amritsar. That one was built by Guru Hargobind and fiercely defended against the Mughals in 1628. These aren't just old buildings, you guys. They're enduring markers of devotion and resilience. Section 4. Echoes of Ancient Jainism, the Abandoned Temples of Nagarparkar. Let's shift gears and head over to the remote, dry grounds of the Karunjar Mountains. Back in the 12th century, we see the zenith of Jain architecture kicking off in these mountains. By 1375 CE, builders were constructing the magnificent marble Gauri temple. But then, geography actually alters history. By the 15th century, the Arabian Sea physically shifted away, which silted up the Rann of Kutch. So what was once a bustling commercial hub slowly lost its economic lifeblood. This eventually led to a massive shift of the local Jain population by the 19th century. It's wild to think about. A shifting climate ultimately turned a thriving hub into beautifully abandoned ruins. But those silent stones still have stories to tell. The Gauri temple comes with this fascinating micro-narrative. Legend has it that a local merchant named Manga Oswal had a dream about a buried image, which he bought for 125 drama. That was an ancient local currency. Well, while transporting it, his cart miraculously breaks down near Nagarparkar. As he's sleeping there, he has another dream that reveals a treasure of marble hidden right underneath him. And he used that exact treasure to build the stunning Gauri temple, which, by the way, features 52 Islamic-style domes. Again, there's that incredible architectural blending. Section 5. The Island of Sad Bello, a syncretic sanctuary on the Indus River. Before we travel down the mighty Indus River to explore this island, we need to quickly understand the Udasi movement. It's a syncretic religious movement of Sikhism that seamlessly and beautifully blends Hindu and Sikh traditions.
And it's this exact shared spiritual atmosphere that defines the island sanctuary of Sad Bello.
The growth of this community is honestly remarkable. In 1823, a 15-year-old seeker named Baba Bankandi settles completely alone on this forested island. Just a teenager. By the time he passed away in 1860, he had established a thriving spiritual community. Fast forward to 1899, and the 8th spiritual leader, Sant Harnam Das, constructs the massive main temple that we see today. And now, the annual Mela draws thousands of pilgrims from all over for a massive 3-day festival. What really makes Sad Bello so special is its physical layout. The complex features temples dedicated to Hindu deities like Annapurna, Hanuman, Ganesh, and Shiva, sitting right alongside spaces dedicated to housing the Guru Granth Sahib and the Bhagavad Gita. The literal, physical proximity of these different religious texts and deities is the ultimate testament to the core theme of interfaith harmony. Section 6, Living Harmony in Mithi, a desert town of active interfaith celebration. Now you might be wondering, is this harmony just a thing of the past? Let's travel to the Thar Desert to prove that the diversity we've seen in ruins and monuments is still a very living, breathing reality today. This is Mithi. It's a uniquely prosperous town of about 60,000 people. And what makes it so remarkable is that it's predominantly Hindu, situated within a nation where 96% of the population is Muslim. In Mithi, sacred cows roam the streets freely, and you will not find a single beef shop. The crime rate is astonishingly low, and the communities here have coexisted peacefully for generations, pretty much completely insulated from outside political pressures. Just listen to Mohan Lalmali. He is a 53-year-old local Hindu who actually prepares meals for fasting Muslims during Ramadan. He says, "We have learned to live together since childhood. This has come to us through generations, and we are following it too." When festivals like Holi and Ramadan overlap, you see this mutual respect and daily cooperation in real time. It's not just tolerance, folks, it's active support. And it absolutely goes both ways. Take Babu Aslam Kaim Khani, a Muslim cleric. While respectfully applying holy powder to a Hindu politician's face, he noted, "Today, you might not see colors on me, but in the past, they would drench me in colors." This cross-cultural participation is actively and joyfully practiced, even by the highest religious leaders in the town. This all culminates perfectly in the words of Aman Ullah, a 19-year-old Muslim laborer in Mithi. He states simply, "There are no divisions among us. We all are humans, and we all are equal." The fact that this sentiment is held so firmly by the younger generation provides a profound, undeniable hope for the future of this region. As we wrap up our explainer today, I want you to picture the Shahi Bazaar in Hyderabad. It is one of Asia's longest markets, stretching endlessly from Paco Kilo all the way to Market Tower. It stands as the perfect metaphor for Sindh itself, a continuous, bustling, vibrant exchange of ideas, goods, cultures, and goodwill that has been trading hands for centuries. So I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. In a world that often feels incredibly fractured, what can our modern societies learn from the historical and present-day harmony found in these desert towns and river islands? The blueprint for coexistence isn't just some abstract theory. As we've seen today, it's already been built, lived, and celebrated. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.